No, tu máme dvoch banditov semnutých.
They're in trouble.
Á, tu je to.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Ešte niekto sa pridal do boja? Musíš. No jo, proste spawnovať ente komba, keď je ich 6, tak sa to pohode spawnuje. Úplne ľahko sa to rozporávajú tí superi.
You're safe now. White heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be.
Ale nie, to je on. To je
Ambrosia.
To je náš Chocobo.
It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, well, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Budeme teraz jazdiť na Chocobo?
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry, I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
Ó, dal mi postroj na ňu. Nie, pašku cez oko. Čo vieme, to je dobré. To je cool.
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does
Takže
indeed.
počkaj, jedna pre mňa, jedna pre Jill a Torgo dostane vlastného
Few
Chocoba?
scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry. We'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No. No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
To je typek, ktorého sme tu predtým zachraňovali. Ale vtedy sme ešte mali tú značku na ksichte, teraz ju máme vypálenú.
I'll call you when I need you.
Povedali sme, že ale to bol môj dvojník. Alebo niekto podobný. Paráda, máme Chocoba. Ambrosia, tak. Chocobos unlock. Yes, konečne. Teraz bude cestovanie o hodne rýchlejšie. Po dlhých osamelých rokoch sa Clive konečne stretol so svojím verným Chocobou. Podržte, kým ste v poli, aby ste privolali Ambrosiu. OK. Ambrosia pribehne. Počkaj, máme normálnu chôdzu. Hold R1 galop.
Faster!
Rain je brzda. A L3 je dismount. Ty vole, to je rýchlosť. Môžem to otvárať s nej? Nemôžem, že? Počkaj.
Thanks, girl.
Tak, poďme sa trocha
Good
previesť.
girl.
Pozrieme sa, čo dokáže. No, ako toto je o dosť rýchlejšie. Mám otázku, keď prebehnem cez ten modré, zobere mi to? Zobere. Ježiš, ale otáčanie s ňou je strašne náročné. Jo, stačí spomaliť, rozšprintovať sa a valiť znova. Bol by som rád, keby sme znova stretli nejakého toho, jak by sme to nazvali, demona? To oko. Nejakú demonickú ďalšiu bytosť. Za ne sú celkom slušné body. A dobre sa s nimi bojuje. Sú celkom výzva.
Enough of you, are there?
Kde by sme niečo také mohli nájsť? Predtým sme s tým bojovali vlastne semka a bolo to tuto. Pozrieme sa sem a jak to tam nebude, tak pozrieme sem a jak to tam nebude, tak pôjdeme naspäť. Takže počkaj, to je semka dole. Nie, tu je zase troll. Ona aj skače! Jau!
To me, boy!
On to ešte prežil a stihnul ma ešte smešnúť. Dobre, takže tu není. Tak, skúsime pozrieť hen tam hore. Či nebude... Tu je iba bík zase. Opa, už som to prešiel. Tu sú iba obyčajní škorpióni. Tak, poďme aspoň tých škorpiónov pozabíjať. Čo, komu môžete škopať a bojovať? Dobre, tak padáme teda prič. Ďalšie questy tu nie sú. World mapa. Nejaké questy. Nič. Dobre. Tak, táhneme naspäť.
Now, where's Gav?
A sme doma. Tu máme nejaké novinky, tu máme novinky, tu máme novinky, tu máme novinky. Poďme teda pozisťovať, čo tu všetko nového je. Sakra, drenie mi v krku.
Here for another of my lectures. What is it that you wish to learn?
Takže tu je nejaká novinka. Tak toto tu bolo predtým. Tu sa to zmenilo ako... Jo, my sme pomáhali vlastne Marte s týmto. Cole. Spojenectvo. Dobre, OK. OK. To je ako moc veľa vecí sa nezmenilo. Čo tady?
Study it well, Clive.
Black Shields. Jo, vypúšťajú Black Shieldy takto von. My sme ako túto prvú skupinku sejmli. A oni vypúšťajú ďalšie skupiny. Tady je to furt rovnaké a tady sa zatím nič nedieje.
The state of the realm is ever changing, Clive.
Mather's all right.
I hear there's trouble in
You think it's all right to touch him?
Tak, tu niečo pribudlo? Ambrosia track. Takže nie sú tu len zlé veci. OK. Tady nám niečo pribudlo. Odpusť mi, že som ti písala tie hlúpe listy. Kiež by sme mali viac času na to, aby sme sa spolu osobne porozprávali, ale každý deň, ktorý spolu strávime, nám príde, keby sme museli trpieť ďalšie 2 od seba. Som rád, že počujem o vašom najočakávanejšom stretnutí s Ambrosiou. Alebo by som mal povedať Whiteheart. Raz si mi povedal, ako sa tvoja Chocobo obetovala, aby ťa ochránila v tú noc pri Phoenix Gate. A tu, po toľkých rokoch, zistujeme, že celý život robila presne to isté. Bránila ostatných. Niektoré veci sa nikdy nezmenia. Shut Clive. Jill. Ja by som chcel radšej počuť tie ostatné listy. No počkaj, veď ja sa s tebou pokecam, kde si? Tu som ťa videl. No čo mi chceš povedať?
Gav should be back by now.
No dobré, okej, nechceš so mnou rozprávať? Tak fajn. Tak sa potom nesťažuj v listoch. Ženské.
Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Ojojoj, ten je
Where's
teraz
my
trocha v
report?
depresiách.
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you're remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's Head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals.
Je čas sa presunúť na ďalší Mother Crystal.
4 mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
No, Gau sa troška zmenil od tej doby. Ale nemôžeme sa čudovať, že? Takže nástenka úloh, jo? Alien, Report, Patron Whisper a Handboard. Handboard, to ma zajímá. To ma veľmi zajímá.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Dobre, tu máme vedlejšák. A tady máme tie nové veci. Takže ideme rovno k tomu.
I hear there's trouble in those areas. That broom's as ragged as
Takže najprv tady, ďalšie
my
nejaké
favorite
info.
pupil. How may I help you today? One must understand one's place in the world.
Jo, Port Isolde, aby sme zničili Dark's Breath. To bude naša nová misia.
The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Tady máme tohto, čo nám dáva tie vedlejšie úlohy. Tak, ja si zase odťukam toto. Kto chce, nech si to stopne a preloží.
But he's still with us too. Oh,
Same old. So, anything catch your eye?
Takže tady nemáme nič.
See if we can help.
Samozrejme. No, čo si ty?
Oh, Clive. Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh, no. That's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any?
Dobrá, pokecáme.
Words. Business is busy. Still.
Také roztomilé dievčatko.
Come to claim your just desserts?
A na toto tu máme ten Renault. Dokončením vedľajších úloh získa Clive Renault a inšpiruje bezmenných dobrodnicov z celej dvojičky, aby darovali peniaze alebo predmety na Cliveovú vec. Navštívte Disperov Patrol Whisper v neporiadku ukrytu, aby ste videli aktuálnu úroveň slávy a príjmite akokoľvek dostupné dary. Že mám 55 a za toto dostane 400 ability points. Počkať. Medzi dvornými dámami sa hovorí o vašej veselej bande psancov a jej strhujúcich skutkoch. Zhromaždili sme niekoľko cenných vecí, aby ste mohli pokračovať vo svojej galantnosti. Ďakujeme. Steel Silk, Bloody, Hide, Wallmoulder a hento. A za toto dostaneme jeden meteorit. Chápete to? 400 ability points za 15 a za 45 dostanem meteorit. Berserker Ring dostanem za 85. Expand Renown to unlock za 100. Tak, ja si hneď berem toto.
Here you are.
Ďakujem. No a... Jej, neminie. Ten Renown zostáva, ja som myslel, že to je ako mince. Takže môžem rovno zobrať aj toto tým pádom. To neminie. A teraz keď nazbieram 85, čiže mi chýba 30, tak dostanem toto a potom ďalších 15 a budem mať toto. OK.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Dobrá, tak to sa šikne. Tam máme ísť, tu máme vedlejšák, dobre, ostatné je zamknuté, fajn. 700 bodov. Ja furt premýšľam nad týmto. Ale je tu toľko vecí, čo by chcelo upgradeovať. No neviem, prečo som to masternul. Ale áno, používam to. Často. No, a teraz tu máme tento board. Muggle.
Ah, yes. Our mysterious Moogle friend. Nectar, was it? I'll stick with Nectar if it's all the same to you. What seems to be the matter? The hunt board? It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know? Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the Cursebreakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can.
Sú to diabli.
Or at least I can try.
Bože, ten kupo vypadá roztomilo, keď je taký hlupatý.
I don't think so.
Počkať. Všimli ste si, že Crossbreakers dávajú každému bloku rizikovosť? Táto vec by vás mohla zabiť jediným pohybom prsta. Po armáde 7 krajín nemohla poškrábať kožu tejto veci. Ale som si istý, že budeš v poriadku, kupo. Nie som si istý, ale to je jedno riziko, som ochotný vziať. Takže, tady máme ten handboard. Správy o diabloch, ktorí terorizujú vidiek, sa zverejňujú na handboarde v nadeji, že nebojasný hrdina, ako je Clive, sa ujme úlohy, aby prenasledoval a zabil notorické známe značky. Takže tohoto už máme, tu sme dostali tých 5000 za toto. Tady máme niečo, no neviem čo. Obchodník, ktorý prichádzal cez Cairnorven, sa stretol s tlupou prekliatých idúcich obyčajným smerom a varoval ich pred skázou. Okrydlenou harpiou na ceste pred nimi, jeho oči boli divoké a blikajúce. Nevideli na svojej vlastnej ceste cez ich priesmyk, nič nepríjemné. Smiechu zo stromov zabezpečoval udržať svižné tempo. Takže... Cairnorven. Prechádzajúcich idúcich opačným smerom a varoval ich. Opačným smerom a varoval ich. Belbhegor. Ježišmária. Boli prijaté správy o tom, že na kopci susediacom s Eastpoolom si hniezdo divokých... Takže susediacim s Eastpoolom takže Eastpool na nejakom kopci a Cairnorven. Môžeme... Sakra. North Eastpool a Cairnorven bol kde? To bolo toto, ne? Cairnorven, Groy's Gate. Takže tady a tady sú, ale teraz tam nemôžem ísť, lebo musím ísť urobiť ten úkol. Dobre, takže to máme toto, ale to budeme robiť na budúce. Teraz ešte chcem ísť urobiť toto vedlejšak. si zobrať.
Your uncle always seemed a kindly soul, if a little eccentric.
Super, takže náš strýko je excentrik, super. Viem sa tváriť, že viem, čo presne povedala. A ako sa dostanem dole? Takto. A tady je to.
Won't be long now, Martel. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
It's not the ether. Did you come through the forge today?
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here, courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait,
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid. Them old apples were enough to curdle your gut.
Tak, tady ještě jeden.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd have them right from the branch, make Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martells, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
A zase naspäť. Aj. Ale tak
I hear there's trouble.
rozvíjame sa. Máme vlastné ovocie. Super.
I think it's all right to touch him.
Bože, ja teraz
Chocobo,
sliepka.
chocobo, why can't you fly? What good are your wings if you can't reach the sky? Flap harder, says bluebird, flap harder, says crow. Flap harder or into the oven you go!
Okej. Jak vravím, mladý mi mal do ruky chytnúť meč, lebo už trocha púzním.
Cursebreakers send their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martell.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martell. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martell lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martell. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Tak, no máme ďalšiu vec na memory. Dobrá, tým pádom nám neostáva nič iné, než vyraziť na hlavnú linku. Za naším strýkom, čo si nemyslím, že bude nejak dobré.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
Bloodlines. Krevní linie.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's
Mohol by som
Rest?
si zavolať Chocoba na cestu, ale...
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Very well.
Tak, títo ma nenapadnú. Čokobovia sú mierumilovní. Ty volá, ale toto vypadá parádne. Aha. Aha. Tie sa mi ľúbi, ak tu všetko je vzadu vidieť, ten jeden hrad, druhý. Tento. Ale kde je kryštál? Kryštál nevidím. Kde ho schovávajú títo? Keď ho máme zničiť, mal byť niekde na vode. Čakaj, tu je niečo zaujímavé. som si nakúpiť elixíry. Za potionky. Tento agresívny je. Tak, to bola rýchlovečka. Ďalší lizard, tá výverná. Pak to ide dole. No okej, tak poďme do toho mesta.
Let's go.
Nevšimaj si ich, to som neurobil ja. To bol ten zelený, ma napadnul.
Time to fight.
Nie je čas bojovať.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Aye, aye.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
Počkaj, tu je cestovný obchodník.
Welcome, stranger. Much obliged. Fare you well?
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits.
Aj, aj.
You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire.
To nás môže hocikdo hneď zradiť.
100? I heard it were 1,000.
Run along now, before one of the boys starts thinking.
You seen them, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Ambrosia are sending nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that.
What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.